speaking of burning trees, Annie has been working on the progression tree logic.
Oh.
Woo!
Yeah, exactly. So, short update from what I've been doing. I've been working on the progression logic of the game. I iterated it and implemented all of it into the level. And this is what you see when the whole book is like when you basically found everything. So you found all the people and all the themes. And I think it's a total of 45 stories you can find. So I am designing the progression tree with a software called Whimsical. First, I wanted to show. First, I made the progression tree in Google Drawings, but then I discovered Whimsical, which is also like a really nice tool to make these kind of flowcharts, and was way nicer to work with. This was a bit, like clumsy to work with. So if anyone is looking for a tool to make great flowcharts, this is a great tool to make flowcharts. What you can see here is like the blue ones are the themes, and the other ones are the people. Every one of the white and red parts is some gating where you need other stories first to progress to the next one. All like logically coherent, like you have some sort of time progression that makes sense to it, where you first have to, for example, discover that people have like a food surplus, and when you have that, then there's like multiple people that will appear that have like other jobs than farming, because they had enough food to then do other things, and this is then how everything progresses. One other thing is like I have different civilizations. Mesopotamia, Egypt, Minoan, Chinese, Indus Valley, and North Chico. And I wanted to make sure that in every civilization there's like some interesting stuff going on, some stories covered. There's like Mesopotamia, Egypt, and Chinese do have a bit more stories because we just know way more about these civilizations because they have writing that we can actually read, and not like in the Indus Valley, North Chico or Minoans, where we just know very little about. That's already all I wanted to show you. I've implemented all of this into the level. I also refactored the code. Matej was giving me a code review, and I was then doing some of the whole code again in a way so that it will be less work for me in the future, because I will have to do a lot of the things I will have to do over and over for all the people, for all the themes, and this way now I've reduced this amount of work for the future. I think that's it. Are there any questions? Yes. The question was if I will represent the same civilizations through the different levels, through the different ages, which is no, I will not. I am choosing for every level which civilizations are the most representative. These are the first civilizations that like settled down along rivers and became like bigger settlements and civilizations, and then it will change focus over the time.
I would like to ask, what was your train of thought leading up to deciding exactly in the favor of these 6 civilizations? What made you choose them to focus on particular?
There's like several different points going into this decision. Like mainly want to focus on what are the similarities between the people in these different regions of the world, like what's their worldview, and how do people live in like their everyday life. I also wanted to have like a diverse set of cultures there, and I was trying to show the ones that are more the one that are leading to the Western civilization today, and then also civilizations from Asia and America that not only are from different continents, but also have a little bit different way of building their civilizations. So I wanted to have to not only have this one narrative of Egypt, for example, or Mesopotamia and China, which is rather similar in how they built their society. Yeah, and also because the very first time I made this, I didn't have multiple civilizations, but every time I presented, everyone was like pointing towards that they would really like to see different civilizations and how they progress. So that was something that I then implemented.
Will you focus on technology advancement, or will you also take into account like social policies and stuff like that as well?
Yeah, I've both of these. Like the main things I'm focusing on is towards like what's the worldview, but sometimes the worldview of people has changed due to some technology that changed, and sometimes it changed because of social advancements, and so it's all kind of important, and like different themes are important in different eras, but yeah, it's going to be a mix. Yeah. Thank you very much.